Naik, woi! Naik, wah balik gitu naon! Gitu naon itu! Woi, naik, 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 naik! Woi, gitu naon, woi! Wow!
This terrifying moment happened to a hiker who decided to camp when night fell, planning to rest and continue his journey in the morning. He was lying inside his tent, trying to relax, when he suddenly heard strange sounds. Outside, slow footsteps circling dangerously close. His heart started racing. His breathing grew heavy. Fighting panic, he grabbed his flashlight and slowly pointed it toward the tent opening. That's when he saw it.
Okay, they're right outside. Just go away.
A white wolf standing right outside, staring straight into the light. Frozen in fear, all he could do was pray it would leave. But instead of backing away, the wolf suddenly charged, slamming into the tent, trying to bite through the fabric. Now imagine being trapped inside, with nowhere to run, and nothing but thin fabric between you and a wild animal. What would you do in that moment? Fight back, scream, heal, or freeze completely? This disturbing moment happened one afternoon deep in the forest. As daylight faded, a hiker noticed a massive, tall tree and decided to build a small treehouse to rest for the night. It seemed like a safe idea until darkness fully settled in. Later that night, he was jolted awake by a creepy crying sound echoing through the forest.
Hey, Kaya! Kaya!
Fear hit instantly. His heart raced as he grabbed his flashlight and tried to trace where the sound was coming from. That's when he saw it. A strange creature crying at the base of the tree. He couldn't even describe what it looked like. But the moment the light touched it, everything changed. The creature stopped crying and started laughing. A sharp, unnatural laugh, like something out of a nightmare. Frozen with fear, he didn't know what to do next. Now imagine being in that tree. Would you climb down into the darkness, or stay up there until morning, hoping whatever it was eventually leaves? This chilling moment happened to a hiker who was enjoying his trip until night fell. He was still walking alone in the dark when he heard a creepy sound coming from far away. At first, he ignored it and kept moving, thinking it was nothing. Then he saw her standing ahead on the trail was a figure dressed in white. Her eyes were completely white, her hair long and black, hanging over her face. The second he realized what he was looking at, fear rushed through his body. The figure, whatever it was, began slowly walking toward him, step by step, without making a sound. His mind raced as panic set in. Every instinct told him something was very wrong. Now imagine being alone on a dark trail with that coming toward you. Would you stay frozen and wait to see what happens next? Or would you turn around and run as fast as you possibly could? This disturbing moment happened to a group of hikers who were chatting and enjoying themselves as they walked the trail. Night slowly fell, and the forest grew quiet, a little too quiet. Then suddenly, they heard a sound that stopped everyone in their tracks. Curious and confused, they decided to move toward where it was coming from. As they got closer, their blood ran cold. At the top of a tree was a female ghost, screaming, but the way she moved was completely wrong. Twisting, jerking, circling the tree in a strange, unnatural way. No one spoke. No one moved. They were frozen in fear, because they had never seen anything like it before. The forest felt heavy and silent. Then she faded away. Now imagine being there with them. Would you stay and try to understand what you're seeing, or would pure instinct take over and make you run as fast as possible? This frightening moment happened during an afternoon hike when a woman was walking alone through the forest. Everything felt normal until she suddenly heard heavy sounds coming toward her trail. Her instincts kicked in immediately, and she quietly hid between some bushes, barely daring to breathe. What she saw next made her heart stop. 3 huge bears came into view, playing and moving right along the path she had just been on. They were massive, close, and completely unaware of her presence. Fear took over her entire body. She stayed perfectly still, knowing that even the smallest sound could alert them. Seconds felt like forever as the bear slowly passed by and disappeared into the forest. Now, imagine being in her place, hidden just a few steps away from danger. Would you stay calm and frozen until they're gone? Or let panic push you into making a move you might regret? This tense moment happened during what started as a peaceful afternoon hike. A man was walking through the forest when he suddenly came across a bear standing alone. At first, fear hit him hard, but after watching the bear for a moment, it seemed calm, almost relaxed. Against his better judgment, he slowly moved closer, thinking the situation was under control. For a brief second, it felt like there was some strange, peaceful connection between them. Then everything changed.
Sometimes surprise me with their reckless behavior.
The bear suddenly roared and charged straight at him. Panic exploded instantly. Fear took over, and the man didn't hesitate. He turned and ran for his life as fast as he could. Now imagine being in that moment. Would you try to stay calm and hope the bear backs down? Or would your instincts kick in and make you run too? This scary moment happened while a woman was hiking alone on a forest trail. As she walked, she noticed a dark figure moving in the bushes ahead of her. Her heart dropped instantly. Unsure of what it was, she stopped and waited, trying to stay quiet so she could see it clearly. After a few tense seconds, the figure stepped out of the bushes and crossed the trail. That's when she realized it was a moose. Huge, silent, way too close. She immediately hid, barely daring to breathe, as the moose passed right in front of her and continued on its way. Only when it disappeared did she move again. Now imagine being in her place, alone and shaken after something like that. Would you continue hiking like nothing happened, or turn around and head back, knowing the forest just reminded you who really controls it? This creepy clip was shared by a Reddit user who thought she was in for just another calm hike along a lonely mountain trail. The afternoon was quiet, peaceful, until she noticed something that didn't feel right. Sitting on a twisted, creepy tree nearby was an owl, wide awake in broad daylight. And that's what made it unsettling. Owls aren't supposed to be active during the day. She tried to stay calm, even though panic was building inside her. The owl didn't attack or move. It just stared at her, silently, like it was watching her every move. Eventually, nothing happened, but the moment stuck with her. She later said she never wanted to experience that again in the forest. Because imagine if it had flown straight at her alone, no one around. Sometimes it's the quiet encounters that feel the most terrifying. This intense moment was shared by a Reddit user who thought he was heading out for a calm, peaceful hike through the forest. Everything felt normal until he stopped dead in his tracks. Sitting right on the trail ahead of him was a massive buffalo. It was huge, way bigger than he expected. Fear instantly filled his chest as the animal lifted its head and stared straight at him. No movement, no sound, just a silent face-off in the middle of the forest. He stayed still, trying to control his panic, knowing one wrong move could change everything. Luckily, the buffalo didn't charge. It just kept staring before eventually moving on. But imagine how differently that could have ended. Alone in the forest, with no one around to help. What if the buffalo had suddenly decided to charge? Sometimes, it only takes 1 second for a peaceful hike to turn into a nightmare. This terrifying moment was shared by a Reddit user who thought he was just enjoying another peaceful solo hike in the forest. Everything felt calm until he saw it. A massive grizzly bear walking straight toward him, completely alone on the trail. If you know anything about bears, you know they're unpredictable. On the outside, he stayed calm, but inside, panic was taking over. As the bear got closer, he knew he had only seconds to react. With shaking hands, he pulled out a can of pepper spray and sprayed it toward the bear's eyes. The bear immediately turned away and ran in the opposite direction, leaving him unharmed. But think about how close that came to disaster. What if he didn't have that spray? Alone in the forest, face to face with a grizzly. Sometimes survival comes down to a single item and a split-second decision. This terrifying moment happened to a group of men who were hiking deep in the forest. They were tired, exhausted, and relieved when they finally came across a waterfall. Seeing it as the perfect chance to cool off, they stepped into the water to freshen up. That's when everything changed.
Naik, woi! Naik, wah, balik itu naon! Itu naon itu! Woi, naik! Woi, itu naon, woi! Wow! Itu naon, woi! Naik, woi! Naik, wah, balik itu naon! Itu naon itu! Woi, naik!
One of them noticed movement near the rocks beside the waterfall. At first, he couldn't tell what it was. It looked almost human, but also reptilian. Something was off. He immediately warned the others. When they all turned to look, the figure slowly started moving out from under the rock toward them. Panic hit instantly. They were all shock and fear took over them all. Without waiting to find out what it really was, they jumped out of the water and ran for their lives. Now imagine being there with them. Would curiosity make you stay long enough to see what it was? Or would survival instinct force you to run too? This chilling moment happened to a man who went hiking and ended up still walking through the forest after nightfall. With only his flashlight lighting the way, everything felt quiet and uneasy. Then suddenly, the light caught something ahead of him. At first, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. In the distance, there appeared to be a group of figures gathered together like a meeting. Curious and confused, he slowly moved closer to confirm it. That's when he heard it. Laughter. Low, strange, and unsettling. The figures looked like witches, standing together in the darkness. Fear hit him all at once. His heart started racing, and every instinct screamed danger. Without thinking twice, he turned around and ran as fast as he could, not daring to look back. Now imagine being in his place. Would curiosity make you wait a little longer? Or would you run too? This unsettling moment happened while a woman was hiking alone at night. As she moved through the forest, she noticed an unidentifiable figure standing ahead of her. She couldn't tell what it was, but something about it felt wrong. Instead of running, she pulled out her phone and started recording. That's when it got worse. The figure seemed to realize it was being watched. Slowly, it stood up and began walking deeper into the forest. The way it moved was unnatural, stiff, awkward, almost wrong. Fear rushed through her body. On the outside, she stayed calm, but inside, panic was screaming. As she watched it disappear into the darkness, her imagination went wild. What exactly did she just see? And why did it feel aware of her? Now, imagine being there, completely alone in the dark. Would you keep recording, or would you turn around and leave immediately?
Boner TV, a channel known for paranormal activities and exploring some other random stuff. In this video, he explored an abandoned mining village in Japan, a place steeped in tragedy and rumored to be haunted. He spotted a lone figure standing by a pole, but when he waved, the man bolted unnaturally fast into the woods. Who was he? A villager or something else?
Alright, that was really friggin' weird. So, I was coming around this bend, and there was somebody standing there. I swear, someone's just standing there right at that orange pole thing, and I waved to him, and then for some reason he just took off all the way down there. I have no idea why. Well, that was weird. Hello? I have not been down there yet. It's also kind of strange how there's just this random flat area. Thought I heard something. Kind of nervous about going down there. Like, who the hell did I just see?
Moments later, a voice echoed in the woods. He called out, but no one answered. Would you have stayed or run back to the car? Then, a little rock was hit against his vehicle. No one was around. Was it a warning?
But yeah, like there's literally very little tread on the outs. The hell was that? Someone just literally hit the car. It almost sounded like somebody threw a rock at my car. What the f***? Okay, something really weird is going on. Hello? Can you not do that, please?
Finally, his light cut out by itself right after the spirit box whispered locked. Coincidence or proof the dead still walk here?
So that way we can chill here for a little bit. Not too long, but I'm just curious as to who the hell that person was that ran off into the woods. Are they actually living out there? Whoa. The light just went out. Did you do that? The hell?
Some places never let go of their shadows, but things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that shows that. A YouTuber, Moxley's Paranormal World, who is known for his terrifying solo investigation in the dark and the most haunted places imaginable, shared this scary encounter. He ventures deep into a forest whispered to be home to the Dogman, a cryptid said to terrify anyone foolish enough to wander in alone at night. While walking around the forest, branches snap in the distance, voices come through the spirit box, chilling words like optimism and Jordan. Imagine standing there alone when the device suddenly blurts. A girl was killed. In the night, alone by yourself, hearing these strange words, what's your next move?
You show yourself.
A woman here.
Oh, every noise has got me on edge. A woman here? Is she here with me now?
A girl was killed.
A girl was killed. Okay.
Photo. We don't mean harm.
You don't mean harm. There has been a lot of...
I feel lost.
You feel lost? Are people mistaking your presence for somebody who needs some help? Choose. Right, it said church. Look at this, what I've just found.
Watch what I do.
Watch what I do. Are you going to do something for me? Right, I'm literally trying to take a little bit of cover just here at this at these trees, because that wind was absolutely picking up. The trees above me were just going like this.
Many words kept coming out of the spirit talker devices. Would you keep walking or run? Then words like, have been here for a century. I was burned. Does that mean the spirit has been lurking here for centuries? What would you do? Keep pushing forward or escape before it's too late. Things only grow darker from here. Brace yourself for what comes next. We got this story from Midwest Ghost Hunters on YouTube, a channel well known for its terrifying explorations of haunted places where the line between the living and the dead often blurs. His journey begins at the Red Bridge, haunted by the spirit of a woman who drove off and died. Legend says if you stop your car, her ghost appears and you'll never start it again. Some even claim she pushes cars off the bridge, leaving behind her ghostly handprints. Suddenly, branches move on command, not the wind, but as if something unseen is answering. Imagine asking a spirit to show itself, and the trees obey. What are you doing next?
Ma'am, could you show yourself on this bridge? Oh, whoa. What the? Whoa, that bridge just moved. I might be going crazy, but I saw that branch over there start swaying back and forth. I know it's windy, but it isn't that windy. Okay, I gotta check this out. It was this one, right here. Holy crap! Okay.
He then saw a shadow in a mist form. Then a woman's voice echoed beneath the bridge, whispering for help. His entire body tingles as if the air itself is alive. Is it true that ghosts truly haunt people? Would you dare cross that bridge alone?
Whoa. I think I got something in that one. I caught another one. Whoa. There's a freaking mist right over here. And it's gone now. It's completely gone. Whoa. Holy moly. It was just right over here. And now it's completely gone. I got a weird feeling over here. I'm getting like a tingly feeling in my whole body. Whoa! I just heard a woman's voice. I couldn't tell what she said, but it sounded like it came from, like, under the bridge. Hello there. I heard you loud and clear. Are you underneath this bridge? I'm gonna try to get as far down here as I can.
The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. Chussa Chad on YouTube shares this terrifying encounter in the woods. He's known for going to haunted, abandoned, and mysterious places, and trust me, this one will make your skin crawl. He slips into the park after midnight. The gates are locked, the warning signs scattered everywhere, but curiosity pushes him forward. The trail twists, the night air heavy, almost suffocating. Suddenly, movement. A shadow darts across his path. Too quick for a person, too solid for a trick of the light. Was something following him? On the ground, a flashlight still glowing, a number scratched into its side. Who left it there? And why does it feel like a warning?
Yo!
Yo, look. Let me turn my light off. Look, there's a flashlight that's on. That's just sitting right here. What the hell? There's just a flashlight sitting here. Okay, what the hell? It has number 7 on it. Or an L? Or a 1? Or something? I don't know. Looks like a 7 to me. Okay, that's really weird. That's weird. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. I don't know what is going on with that. But, okay, look at where I am, dude. I walked kind of far back here.
He sensed there was someone in the woods, but nothing was visible to him. He heard a voice, but when he spoke, nobody has responded. Are they trying to lure him into the forest? If this were you, would you dare take another step deeper? Or would you run before the forest swallows you whole? If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. We got this story from Urban Ghosts on YouTube, a channel known for diving deep into the world's creepiest, most haunted places. This time, the adventure took him into the Clemson Experimental Forest, a place surrounded by unmarked graves and whispers of restless spirits. He hiked deep into the woods, no flashlight, only darkness closing in, not knowing what to expect. Will you dare hike alone at night with no flashlight to see what is going on around you? Suddenly, the Spirit Talker app lit up with a chilling message. Fail. Stay out of the forest.
But it is so cool. Words cannot describe how eerie it is out here. And the feeling. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It said fail and stay out of the forest. Holy crap. Oh, my noise was off. Why don't you want me in the forest? Huh? Other people come out here and have a good time. Why can't I be here? Is it because I'm doing what I'm doing? Well, don't be shy now. Come on. I'll put my tripod down for a second. Because I just got those hits. Let's see if we get anything else right here.
Who was warning him, and why? After being warned to stay out of the forest by a spirit app, will you want to go further? Nobody knows what to expect in the forest after being warned not to go. From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Franco TV on YouTube, a channel known for solo explorations into places where fear feels alive. It's pitch black 11:31 p.m, the same time strange things happened here before. He steps into the Skinwalker Ranch. Out of nowhere, 2 glowing lights pierce through the darkness in the distance. They don't move like an animal. They don't shine like anything human. Just hovering there, silent, watching.
Right now I have my IR light on. There it is. There it is. I see you. Oh, what the fuck is that? Yo, I thought there was like people in the trees. Look at that. There it is. Oh my god, that thing is tall. I want to see if I could walk inside. I don't even want to walk inside, to be honest. But I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit closer to see what the hell those eyes are. Fuck. Did it move? I did hear like a snapping of wood. Hola! Oh shit. Fuck was that? There's definitely somebody in there. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that definitely sounded human.
What do you think that was? Could it be something, or someone placed it there to keep an eye on the forest? Would you keep walking, or turn back before it finds you? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. We got this story from Black Mass Paranormal on YouTube, a channel known for exploring the darkest corners of Appalachia, where legends are said to walk in the night. He was hiking deep in the forest when he froze in his tracks. Standing right in the middle of the trail was what he called a baby squatch, upright, motionless, its dark eyes locked on him. Just imagine. You're alone in the woods, and something like that is watching you.
Base of this trail. And he's just as confused as I am. That is a baby squatch standing in the trail. Look at that. He's like frozen, standing straight up. I'm looking at him and I'm wandering off.
But here's the real question. If the baby is here, could the mother be hiding close by, silently observing? What happens if that baby lets out a cry, and the mother decides to strike? Imagine being in the forest surrounded by animals you don't know, the version of them you're facing. Would you dare keep going, or run before the dogman finds you? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. This story comes from a Reddit user who was hiking deep in Algonquin Park when she stumbled upon something truly unsettling. She captioned it, "Creepiest thing I've come across in the Algonquin backcountry."
I'm not going any farther, but...
Hidden beneath the forest floor was what looked like the remains of an old cellar, the ruins of a long-forgotten cabin that had collapsed. The ground itself seemed to swallow the whole structure, leaving behind nothing but shadows and mystery. Old, rusted objects were scattered outside. Iron tools, twisted and unrecognizable, as if abandoned in a hurry. Who left them there? And why was this place left to rot in silence? Imagine being alone, miles away from civilization, and suddenly discovering a crumbling cellar in the middle of the woods. Was it just history? Or is there something more sinister still lurking beneath the earth? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. This video was uploaded by Rugged Road Explorers on YouTube. He is known for hiking deep into the remote regions of the Rocky Mountains and the vast deserts of the American Southwest. He shared this unsettling journey that caught attention. It started normally. He was making his way along a cliffside in southeast Utah searching for ruins, but then something strange appeared. Clear in the dirt, a massive track too large to dismiss. Was it a panther or something far stranger?
The reason I slowed down is because, check it out, right here, I don't know if you can see it, that's a panther track right there. Alright,
I like being up top where I've got a lot of clear area to see. This is getting tight in here.
Deep in the ruins, silence fell heavy. The place was too tight, but he kept pushing forward. A dead rat lay in the shadows, a warning of something lurking nearby. Would you keep going after seeing that, or turn back immediately? Then he captured something even creepier. Old handprints covering the walls. Whose hands were those? Ancient dwellers? Or something still haunting these cliffs?
Oh, look at the handprints. Hold on, I gotta zoom in for you guys. That's pretty awesome, and they really, really show up. Look at that. All over the wall there. Well, they really took the time to smooth out the inside.
What do you think? Was this simply history preserved, or something alive in the ruins? Some places never stop watching you. Jose Flores Terror on YouTube, whose channel is known for venturing into the darkest forests in search of terrifying paranormal activity, shared this scary encounter. He enters one of the most haunted forests in the region, a place where people vanish without a trace. Locals warn of ghostly cries and children's voices that lure travelers deeper, and they never return. After hiking deep in the forest, everywhere was dark, and he was just alone with his flashlight and camera when he began to hear footsteps behind him, as if something was following him.
Es un poquito más como que los árboles entrelazados, un poquito diferente. Ok, se acaban de escuchar pasos atrás de mí. Ay. De repente como si viniera algo atrás de mí porque se siente como una presencia atrás. ¡Ay! ¡Ay!
After hearing so much about the forest, what will you do in that situation? Will you go back before it gets darker? But he didn't go back. After some while, he started hearing some voices whisper in the distance like someone crying. But there's no one around the forest.
Se están escuchando voces. Ay. Ay. Se están escuchando estas voces que parece ser como que vienen hacia acá o están a lo lejos, pero lo extraño es que no puede haber personas acá, no hay personas acá, estoy completamente seguro, o sea, personas físicas no son. Hoy. Hoy. Hoy, 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 otra vez.
This peaceful hike into the forest was one to forget for him. Would you dare stay in this forest, knowing every voice could belong to the dead? The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. This encounter is shared by Danny Adventure 88 on YouTube, a channel known for daring solo explorations and terrifying encounters deep in haunted forests. He went camping deep in central Java's infamous Alas Kunci, where tragedy struck. It is said that a young boy ended his life there just a week ago. The locals talked about Dutch women tortured in these woods, their bodies discarded without graves, and their restless spirits still wandering around the forest. With all this dark history, will you dare camp overnight there? While still being courageous and enjoying his camp without fear, suddenly, he started hearing knocking sounds echoing through the trees. No wind, no movement, just a sound of something he didn't know about. Yet the forest feels alive and heavy.
Walaupun mencoba menghiraukan, tapi tetap rasanya tuh aku kepo ke sana itu.
What he's experiencing is definitely not what he had planned when he came. What do you think these wandering spirits of the forest are, or something far darker stalking me tonight? Things only grow darker from here. Brace yourself for what comes next. Jupri Karim's a YouTuber, and he is known for testing his courage by camping in the most haunted, dangerous places at night. He went camping just as he had always camped around many dangerous forests. But this time around, it was terrifying. At first, everything seemed calm, until he began hearing strange movements around the camp. Footsteps, whispers, something circling the tent. Then it appeared. He saw a figure lurking behind the trees, watching him in silence. The moment his flashlight touches it, it disappears seconds later.
Gak tahu teman-teman. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ya teman-teman itu. Kelihatan gak di balik kayu itu? Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Asal kena lampu senter, dia menghilang, teman-teman.
What was that? Is that a ghost watching him? Or some far more mysterious? After seeing this, will you dare camp in this cursed place knowing the darkness itself is alive? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that shows that. We got this story from Cuba Mystery on YouTube. He is popular for venturing into haunted places and capturing chilling encounters on camera. This time, Cuba set up camp in a cursed bamboo forest, a place where a man once died tragically after being impaled by a falling branch of a bamboo tree. Locals say his spirits still linger here. Will you dare camp in a place where you don't know what to expect? While eating, he was violently interrupted. Unseen forces attacked, shaking the bamboo and rattling his nerves. He heard the bamboo shaking but could not see anything.
Allahu Akbar. Ini sangat coba penasaran juga sih teman-teman. Ini malah kita kayak seperti diganggu. Tapi nggak tahu juga siapa itu. Apa kita lagi makan, mereka datang ke sini teman-teman.
Are they trying to scare him away from the forest? Or who or what is disturbing shaking the bamboo? Would you dare camp here alone? Let me know what you guys think. From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. Got this story from Franco TV on YouTube. He's known for venturing into the world's most haunted places often alone, and capturing what others are too afraid to witness. This time, he went into a pet cemetery. It was previously a baby cemetery, but later changed to a pet cemetery. As he entered the cemetery, he heard these unexplained bangs and even a rope swinging from a tree. Was this really just a pet cemetery, or something far more sinister? After walking deep into the cemetery, he saw eyes staring at him deep in the trees, but couldn't see them again, so he turned on his thermal so he could check what might be lurking around him. Then he caught a dark figure waving from deep within the trees, human-like.
Here alone, I'm already hearing sounds of banging, of metal clanking on something, but further from in front of me. Wish me luck. I'm excited, scared, nervous. I'm missing home right now. But that being said, let's get into the video. So right now I'm at the cemetery, right in front of me. And with the night vision, look up there. You see that blinking light? This is why cell phones give away your position. But that blinking light is 100% somebody's phone. I thought I saw something else move. That was me, this light here. I hope nobody comes here to do something else. The last time that I was here, I was able to see something on the thermal imaging camera peeking out at me from one of the trees in the darkness. I don't know what the hell that was, whether if that was an animal or a person, but not so long after that, I was able to see what looked like a silhouette of a person walking, only because of the light behind the area. And when I shined the flashlight, nothing was evident. But I want to do another walkthrough of this place. Now, this place is gigantic. Listen. What was that? I just heard something up here. Jesus Christ. I'm already regretting my decision. Is that a rope?
What do you think is waving at him at the cemetery? Is it a ghost or a spirit that has been wandering around the cemetery? Would you dare to spend the night here? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. A YouTuber, Skara, who is known for exploring haunted forests across Kalimantan, where storms and myths collide with the unknown, shared this on his channel. He went deep in the jungle and he saw something quite unusual, a house standing alone in the wilderness, where trees and bushes surround everywhere. Who built a home here, in the middle of nowhere? What is the house meant for, because normal people are not meant to live there alone in the forest?
Rumah atau apa ya di bagian kanan gua? Gua trekking di gak tahu men, ini ada orang sini gua nge-trekking hutan belantara di sini men, gak ada tempat terbuka loh. Gak ada tempat terbuka loh. Gua buka satelit beberapa kali di sini, gak ada tempat terbuka seluas ini men di sini.
Then he started smelling cooked food drifting from the trees. Where was it coming from? Suddenly he saw an old woman. She's asking for water. She had human-like feet, yet her presence screamed not human. After he gave her water, she headed back into the forest. Who was she, and what was she doing in the forest at night?
Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Cuk, minta banyu nenek cuk. Ada nek. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Tunggu nek. Permisi nek. Bentar nek. Bentar nek. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Nek, Lun permisi, Nek. Permisi, Nek. Maaf apa yang di sini, Nek? Ngapain di sini, Nek? Ulun permisi, Nek. Pian manusia kah? Lain kan, Nek? Ulun permisi, Nek.
Would you dare keep going deeper after encountering something of such? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Wandi Sumatra on YouTube, a channel known for venturing deep into haunted forests and capturing encounters that most people would never dare to face. He set up camp far inside the forest, cooked, ate, and finally drifted off to sleep. But sometime after midnight, it began. A strange voice, not human, not an animal, just this eerie, otherworldly sound circling his tent. What kind of creature makes a noise like that in the dead of night? Terrified, he forced himself awake and stepped outside, scanning the darkness. That's when he saw it, a ghostly figure, pale and still, staring straight at him, its body unmoving, its eyes fixed.
Astaghfirullah. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah.
What was this thing? A restless spirit of the forest? A demon in disguise? Or something older watching from the shadows? If it were you, would you investigate? Or run for your life? If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. Urban Ghosts on YouTube, his channel, is known for exploring some of the most terrifying haunted places in America. And in this video, things in the Devil's Forest took a chilling turn. He hiked deep into the woods alone at night. Suddenly, his spirit talker app whispered, "There's a priest." What does that mean? A priest? Out here, in the middle of nowhere? Is it trying to warn him not to go further, that there is danger at the front?
Hello? Hello?
Others are scared.
Others are scared? Well, don't be scared. I swear I heard somebody running. Or something.
There's a priest.
Where?
And just when it seemed the forest had gone quiet, he heard a voice around him that came from behind, so close it made his blood run cold, alone in the woods with just his touch and spirit talker app, using it to communicate through his phone.
As much as I've been in the woods, I still can't ever remember what the heck poison ivy looks like. I always gotta Google it. Heck, I grew up in the woods. I heard something over here. Are you over there? Whoa.
You are authentic.
Well, I appreciate that. I swear. Something, as soon as I turned this way, I heard a voice right behind me. Right over here.
Was he really alone in the forest? Would you dare to stand in the Devil's Forest after dark? YouTuber Manunggaling Jagad shared this hiking encounter on YouTube. The channel is well known for uncovering eerie and unexplainable events that lurk in the shadows of nature. He hiked deep into the forest, the kind of place where the night feels heavier, where every sound makes your skin crawl. But what he stumbled upon left him frozen in shock. Right there in the tall, damp grass was a green snake, blending perfectly into the grass. Think about it. What would have happened if he hadn't noticed it in time? What if his hand had brushed against it? Or worse, he had stepped on it? Out there, in the middle of nowhere, one wrong move could mean life or death. Kalong Camp Official, a YouTube creator, shared this terrifying adventure. His channel is known for exploring haunted cemeteries and abandoned places where spirits are said to linger. This time around, they went to a cemetery to spend the night there. As they settled in their campsite in the graveyard, locals had told him about a ghost often seen nearby. Suddenly, things started getting strange. The bamboo nearby cracked and fell violently on the place they were staying, although there was no wind.
Ini saya lihatkan di sana Mas. Itu di pohon itu ya temennya, itu warga tuh sering ditampakkan sosok pocong ya. Itu berdiri tepat di depan pohon itu ya. Masa miragel diri Mas? Jadi emang di sebelah sana tuh ayam. Tuh, kursi. Apa ya? Ini Mas ya. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ya Allah. Punten, Mbah.
Are they being chased away by an unknown spirit that doesn't want them there? Imagine being alone there. Would you stay, or would you run? Nobody knows what might happen next. If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. This story was shared by YouTuber Sierra on YouTube, whose channel is known for exploring some of the most haunted and cursed places, capturing raw and terrifying encounters with spirits. They went camping in the forest, and before they could even settle down well, they started perceiving some weird and unsettling scent, like camphor mixed with perfume, though there were no flowers anywhere. Why would such a smell linger in a forest like this? Will you dare stay after getting that smell earlier on? As if that wasn't enough, just after getting that smell, they began to hear some footsteps and sounds from the trees without even seeing anybody passing.
Ya, malam ini teman-teman, karena bener-bener mati aktivitas di desa, itu apa ya, sepi banget teman-teman. Orang mana datang? Oi, orang kah? Suara orang, An?
Will you dare stay there overnight? Imagine hearing people talking inside the forest, and you can't see who is talking. From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Haunted Finders on YouTube, a channel known for diving deep into the UK's most terrifying paranormal hotspots. Tonight, they went back to the infamous Cannock Chase, a place where people claim to have seen everything. Black-eyed children, pigmen, werewolves, even UFOs. Imagine walking through those woods knowing all that. Will you even dare enter a forest like that? Before they even started the investigation, they heard a strange noise, too loud to be a dog barking. Imagine how scary that place would be.
There's been everything sighted in this forest, from the infamous black-eyed children, pigman, werewolves, UFOs, you name it, it's been sighted in this forest. Now, if you've been on the channel for a while, you'll know we've been to Cannock Chase a few times, extremely haunted, and that some really strange things happen here. Now, before we even started, we thought we heard this noise that we originally thought it was a dog, wasn't it?
It was too loud.
But it didn't really sound like a dog to me, and it was like a weird noise.
After hearing a strange sound before you even start doing whatever you went to do, will you continue? Then came the chilling voice through the spirit box. You must leave. Not once, but twice.
Is somebody there? What the shit was that?
Yeah.
You must leave.
You must leave.
Yeah.
That's twice we've been told to leave.
Yeah. Why must we leave? We've got a right to be here.
Why did the spirits not want them there? What do you think is going on? Would you dare stay in Cannock Chase after that? Or run before the pigmen found you? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. A YouTuber named Franco TV, whose channel is known for exploring haunted places, forests, and cursed locations around the world. He went to Chile, so he visited the infamous pet cemetery, which is said to be the most active and terrifying spot ever. Almost instantly, he began hearing movement in the forest. Have you ever visited a place that terrified you before?
We just got in this place, and I'm hearing movement coming from the forest. This is by far the creepiest location that I know. Just trying to see if I can see something moving back here.
He went inside the cemetery, and what he found will blow your mind. Strange tarot cards and writings calling it the Forest of Witches. Why would someone leave those cards there? And why is the place called the Forest of Witches?
So I found tarot cards out here, just kind of like all through the floor. There's like these little writings that the last time I was in another part of this place, and it says this is the Forest of the Witches. I don't know what that's about, but that's actually on, you've probably already seen it because this is the second video. I want to see if I can look with my night vision here, see if I could see anything moving.
Then he said he heard chilling sounds, like a baby, followed by eerie laughter drifting through the trees.
I still have my stuff here mounted on the tree. See? Oh, what the was that? I don't know if you guys just heard that. Oh, I heard something back there. Oh, that was creepy. It sounded like a baby. I'm gonna get my stuff. So what I just heard now, I don't know if you heard that, it sounded like a laughing. It's not what I heard. I heard people laughing, legit people. But it came from way further down there. Just looking around here. You hear that? Sounds like whistling. I'm gonna lower my IR.
Alone in that creepy forest, will you continue exploring, or will you leave immediately before it gets worse? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. Kuba Mysteri shared this terrifying encounter while camping on YouTube. His channel is known for camping in some of the most haunted and cursed places across Indonesia. He set up camp on a lonely beach, a place where just weeks earlier 2 teenagers drowned and their bodies were laid on the very sand where he pitched his tent. Locals whispered that their restless spirits still wander. Will you ever go camping at night in a place where tragedy happened just a week ago? While still at the camp, a sound echoed from the distance, and he saw a white figure appear near a tree, but when he rushed closer, it vanished into thin air.
Astaghfirullah. Ini apa nih, Cok? La ilaha illallah. Allahu akbar. La haula wala quwata illa billah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Wa asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. La ilaha illallah. Allahu akbar. Wow.
What creepy creature was that? What do you think was after? Will you still stay there after seeing something you've not seen before appearing right before your face? Imagine being there, trapped between the ocean and the spirits of the dead. Would you have lasted the night? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. This terrifying camping encounter was shared by Min Story on YouTube. The YouTuber is known for exploring cursed forests, haunted rivers, and places where dark entities still linger. While camping by a dried riverbed, he suddenly heard a strange sound. Then a smell that was unbearable, like something rotten had been dropped over there. He went to check what was making the sound and what was smelling. Then he heard another sound again. What is making those sounds? Or something mysterious is around watching him closely. Then came footsteps in the bushes.
Sini teman-teman. Tadi pun pas saya lagi makan, lagi masak, itu terdengar ada sebuah suara
Could it be a wild animal or the serpent spirit locals say haunts this area? Would you dare camp here knowing spirits with ruined faces are said to roam these grounds? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. Rugged Road Explorers, a YouTube creator who is known for hiking deep into the remote regions of the Rocky Mountains and the vast deserts of the American Southwest, uncovering lost ruins and ancient sites hidden deep in the wilderness. But you know, sometimes, the past leaves behind more than broken stones. It leaves behind echoes. He went hiking in the mountains, and what he saw was something unusual. While scanning through the canyon walls, he saw some scattered pottery shards, and strange white handprints appeared above the rocks.
So seeing how this is square here, you see how this is? I would bet that they had a pit house here, temporary one, where it had a wood rock foundation and then wood all the rest of the way up. But check this out. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is too cool. Oh my gosh. Look at all the pottery. Holy smokes. Look at that. That's amazing. That is just too cool.
Whose hands were those, or something still lingering? Intricate designs on broken jugs whispered of rituals and forgotten stories from ancient days.
It's obvious people have been here because they picked up certain pieces and put them up on a rock here, but look at the intricate design of the one in the center there. And then this was part of a jug at one time. You can see this right there. You have different time periods in different areas. Here you have some flint, looks like a spearhead. Very cool. And again, another kind of design.
Could these markings hold darker meanings? Would you dare step into a ruin where every stone feels alive with secrets? The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. A YouTuber, Banjar Balangan, is known for capturing terrifying paranormal encounters while camping on camera. And this one is not for the faint of heart. While camping deep inside the forest, the atmosphere was calm, too calm. He set up his tent unaware that something was already watching. At first, it seemed like a trick of the light, until a pair of glowing white eyes with a shadowy body passed through the darkness. The figure was moving slowly, deliberately, and inhumanely. What kind of creature was that? A ghost? A demon? Or something that should never be named? Imagine being alone in the forest and realizing you're not just being watched, you're being hunted. Would you continue camping, or would you run for your life before something even stranger happened? This chilling video was shared by Exploring with Angelo on YouTube, a channel known for its spine-chilling explorations into haunted houses, cursed places, and encounters you'll never forget. He ventured deep into the forest to uncover the truth about the dreaded demon house. But what started as an exploration quickly spiraled into one of the most terrifying nights of his life. At first, the silence was heavy, almost suffocating. But then, everything changed. Out of nowhere, an invisible force shoved him violently, slamming his body against the wall with a strength no human hand could carry. His heart pounded, fear coursing through his veins.
Just kind of want to take a quick peek. Oh, there's like nothing here. Oh, ow. Oh, what the hell? What the f is that? Something just pushed me. Oh, shit. What the f? Guys, like, something just pushed me like right into this thing.
But before he could process what had happened, it got worse. Within minutes, something unseen struck his face. Then again, harder.
Oh! What the hell? Oh, something just hit me in the face. Oh, something like with some force literally just hit me in the face.
Imagine standing in pitch darkness, completely alone, with something unseen attacking you. Would you have stayed? Would you fight against the unseen? Or would you run for your life before the demon house claimed you too? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This chilling video was shared on Alone is Scary vlog, a channel that is well known for diving deep into the world of the paranormal and capturing terrifying encounters on camera. Standing in the middle of nowhere, curiosity got the best of him, and he went hiking deep into the forest when something caught his eye. An old, isolated house decided to step inside. But what his camera captured will leave you in shock. As he explored, a chilling sight appeared, a white ghostly shadow reflected in the glass. His heart pounded.
Itu orangnya di luar. Tuh. Apa itu? Astagfirullahaladzim. Ada suara anak kecil. Kayak suara anak kecil bermain ya, teman-teman.
And then it got worse. From the silence of the woods came the sound of children playing, yet no one was there.
Coba yang satunya gimana? Ini Bang Jal tersesat di mana sih? Tuh. Wih. Siapa? Siapa tadi yang ketawa? Hah? Siapa tadi yang ketawa? Kula nuwun. Wes. Ini ruangan apa ini?
Who built a house this deep in the forest? Why do unseen forces seem to linger around it? And most importantly, if you were there, alone, with voices echoing through the dark halls, would you stay to uncover the truth or would you run for your life? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. We got this story from Jasko on YouTube, a channel known for diving into the darkest, most haunted places you could ever imagine. Tonight's tale isn't just creepy, it's a chilling descent into the Devil's Forest, where what they thought was just another van camping trip nearly turned into their last. To test whether something is really lurking in the forest, one of them clapped, and with a shaky voice dared any unseen spirit to clap back. Then, a sound echoed back from the forest, clear enough to send chills rushing through their veins.
Alright, spirits, I want to play a game called Hide and Clap. We hear you around us right now, but I want you to show us what direction you're in. So what's going to happen is I'm going to make a noise just like this. You ready? Just like this. The fuck was that?
No way.
And what I want you to do is replicate that noise, so let me know what direction you're in. 3, 2, 1. Just like this, spirits, just like this.
Dude, it's right behind you.
Do you want us to come down there? I really don't want to.
I don't either.
Bro, it sounded like something just clapped. Okay. Can we try something?
Oh, fuck, Chaz. Yeah, do it.
It's our favorite game of hide and clap. You ready? Oh, hell no. Hell no.
What was it that answered them? Could something truly be lurking in those woods? Or was it the forest itself reminding them they were not alone? Would you dare step into a place where shadows respond to your call? Or would you run before the unseen shows its face? The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. Let's see what the forest holds for us next. Min's story, a YouTuber whose channel is well known for diving into the paranormal and capturing terrifying encounters on camera. He went camping deep in the forest at night, expecting peace under the stars, but what his camera recorded will send chills down your spine. As he sat by his camp, a dark, ghostly shadow suddenly appeared behind him, silent, shifting around in the darkness. What was that? A spirit haunting the woods? Or something far more mysterious lurking in the dark? Alone in the forest, with only the crackle of fire for comfort, imagine realizing you're not alone. Would you pack up and run for your life or stay to see what that shadow really is? If your heart's racing now, brace yourself. It's about to get worse. This video was shared by Cursed Urban, a channel known for uncovering the most chilling and unexplainable things caught on camera. He hiked deep into the woods, the night pressing in around him, when suddenly, his flashlight froze on something unusual. Right there, in the middle of the forest, stood a strange structure, long sticks and branches carefully arranged, leaning against a tree, forming a haunting teepee-like shape.
You guys see that? Okay, that I think, let me check. Get the phone out. Yup, that is our point. That teepee structure in the woods is our point. It's so quiet out here, guys. It's unreal. Yeah, this is our point. I don't think I'm going to fit in that, though. It looks a little bit too small for me. Looks like somebody was recently out here, though.
But here's the terrifying question. Who built this? Was it just some campers playing around? Or was it something far more sinister? A ritual site, a warning, or maybe even a place where something waits? The deeper you stare at it, the more unsettling it becomes. It doesn't look random, it looks intentional, almost like a message. Would you dare step closer to check it out? Or would you turn around and run before finding out what it's really for? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. This video was shared by Wididwi Putra on YouTube, a channel well known for exploring haunted places and testing courage in the most terrifying locations. He went to an ancient cemetery, said to be the oldest and most cursed in the area. Behind him stands a massive banyan tree, its twisted roots stretching wide, radiating an eerie energy. Locals warn that this place is haunted by Gendruwo and Kuntilanak, spirits often seen here. As he sets up his camera for the night test, the atmosphere thickens. Then his camera caught something very strange moving around the tree. A shadow moves and then vanishes into the thin air. The camera caught this multiple times.
Pasti mengalir dan dilancarkan lagi, teman-teman. Ini teman-teman pohonnya ya. Tuh. Akarnya itu udah bercabang-cabang kemana-mana, teman-teman ya.
What are these strange shadows moving around? Are they the unreal creature guarding the tree? Alone, surrounded by unseen forces, would you dare stay longer in this cursed graveyard? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. Kuba Mysteri, a YouTuber whose channel is known for venturing into the darkest, most haunted places, uncovering mysteries many would never dare to face. That night, he entered a deep forest, a place hidden from the eyes of most. Locals whispered of unspeakable tragedies. A woman was murdered and her body was left to rot until it turned to bone. Imagine stepping into that very crime scene at midnight. Would you dare? Then it began. Strange movements in the shadows, whispers all around the forest. What was making those movements? An unknown spirit or what? And then a woman's sobbing cry echoes in the dark. Could it be her spirit, forever trapped?
Allahu Akbar. Terus dia kabur. Dia kabur cuy. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Masya Allah. Kayak ada yang lari di arah sini cuy. Arah sini ada yang lari tadi.
What would you do if the spirit of a murdered soul stood before you crying? What's next isn't just creepy, it's the stuff of nightmares. Franco TV on YouTube shared this terrifying video. His channel is known for venturing into the darkest, most haunted places, capturing what most of us would never dare to see. He went alone into the cemetery at night, with nothing but his flashlight and courage guiding him through the silence. Every step echoed like the dead themselves were listening. Suddenly, his eyes caught something unusual, a strange, dazzling shadow moving in the distance. It flickered like light, yet carried the form of something alive.
Right now I am in the room, and it is complete dark in here. I could barely see anything in front of me. I can see the light on the outside. Hola? I saw what looked like some sort of like a reflection of light. Turn off the light. Turn off the light. Oh, what was that? The light.
His heart raced. Was this a wandering ghost, a restless spirit moving between the graves, or something far more sinister hiding in the dark? Alone in the cemetery, with the unknown watching back at you, would you keep recording, or would you run before the shadows close in? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This video was posted by Yupri Karim, a creator known for diving into the world of the paranormal and capturing the most unsettling experiences on camera. He decided to spend the night camping deep in the forest, completely alone. At first everything was quiet, just the sound of the trees swaying. But then, the silence broke. Strange animal-like voices began echoing through the darkness. The deeper the night grew, the louder and closer the sounds became. Imagine being out there, surrounded by nothing but shadows, unsure of what's lurking just outside your tent. Was it really animals making those noises, or something far more sinister? Could it be spirits mimicking voices to lure him out, or a creature of the forest watching, waiting for him to step outside? If you were in his place, would you dare unzip that tent and face whatever was calling in the night, or would you stay hidden, hoping morning comes before it finds you? This creepy video was shared by Aventura Si Jose, a YouTuber known for hiking deep into the desert and uncovering the strange and unexplainable. He went hiking deep into the forest, expecting just a normal, peaceful adventure surrounded by nature. But what he stumbled upon was something so disturbing, it still haunts him to this day. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the trail, he saw something that simply did not belong there. At first glance, it almost looked human, a woman's figure. But then the horror set in. Its leg was made of iron, the body looked rotten, twisted, and horribly unnatural.
Eso se ve horrible. No, hombre. Uy, 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 uy. Mire. Pero ese hierro, pátate. Pátate. Hay disparos. Se escuchó un disparo. Se escuchó un disparo. Oye. Oiga por allá. Oh, para allá pasa el tren allá. Mire. Mire, mi gente. Mire lo que se encuentra uno. Tiene patas de hierro. Mire, esas son, pero es ahí tiene las piernas. Mire, pero es como de hule. Mire, como que es una mujer, mire. Pero es una mujer de hule, de hule, como que es mujer. Pero es cosa de eso de mujeres que usan hombres a lo mejor. Mire, yo pensé que era persona la que es.
How could something like this exist in the forest? Was it a statue, a spirit, or some kind of grotesque creature left behind by something we don't yet understand? Here's the terrifying question. How did it get there, and what exactly was he looking at? Would you dare to keep walking deeper into the forest after seeing something like that? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. A YouTuber named Jelly Official, whose channel is well known for exploring the paranormal and capturing the unexplainable on camera, shared this scary encounter. He hiked deep into the woods, hoping for nothing more than a calm, peaceful night of camping under the stars. But that peace didn't last long. In the middle of the night, something terrifying broke the silence. Strange, untraceable sounds began echoing from the darkness, eerie noises with no clear source. He looked around, but there was nothing, no movement, no figure, just the sound circling him in the night.
Seperti ada suara anak ayam ya teman-teman. Ya kan? Kok ada suara anak ayam ya? Jangan-jangan kuntilanak teman-teman ini.
Alone in the forest with no one around to call for help, he kept hearing those unsettling sounds. What was it? A warning? Or something waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Would you pack up and run? Or stay frozen, not knowing what might step out of the dark? Could it be an unseen creature stalking him? Or something not human at all? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. This terrifying video was posted by SCARIEST, who is known for diving deep into the desert to uncover the mysterious things hidden out there. He was hiking deep through the desert, where nothing but sand and silence stretched for miles, when suddenly he stumbled upon something that should not have been there. In the middle of nowhere, hidden beneath the blazing sun, was what looked like an underground room, sunken into the earth. No roof, just an open pit at ground level. He claimed it might have been a shield or shelter for soldiers during a war, but that only raises more questions. Why would anyone return to a place marked by war and bloodshed?
Está en estos lugares. Pileta de agua. ¿Dónde están las tuberías? No hay. Eran cuartitos subterráneos estos, gente. Nosotros hacíamos esto antes cuando yo era soldado. Y puras maderas arriba. Entramos así y escuadra. Por si disparaban, no nos dieran. Y nosotros estábamos en esta área. Pongamos que la entrada estaba en la esquina. Así como ratas escondidos andábamos. Y viendo así para abajo, como ahí. Si pasa alguien, un convoy. Ahí, pum, 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 pum. Y así. Miren dónde está esto. No inventes. Y no se ve de abajo, no se mira. Fácil. Maderas. Y o si pensaba la gente que era casa regular, arriba. Su tarimita. O una tipo casita aquí. Una tipo casita. Y si disparaban.
Who built this strange structure in the middle of the desert? And more importantly, what was it really built for? Could it have been a war hideout or something far more mysterious? Something we weren't meant to find? Tell me, would you step down into a place like this, not knowing what secrets it hides? If your heart's racing now, brace yourself, it's about to get worse. This video was posted by Mama, a channel well known for diving into the paranormal and capturing moments that defy explanation. Alone in the dead of night, he set out for what he thought would be just another peaceful camping trip in the forest. Everything seemed calm, almost too calm, until his camera captured something truly mind-blowing. At first it was subtle, just a tree branch swaying back and forth. But here's the chilling part. There was no wind, no breeze strong enough to make it move. So what was pushing it? An unseen presence lurking in the shadows? And then, the night turned darker. From out of nowhere, a ghostly figure appeared, dressed in flowing white, its head cloaked in black, and its piercing eyes glowing sharply through the darkness. Just as quickly, it vanished into thin air, leaving nothing but fear behind. What was that? Why does this forest seem to breathe with unnatural forces? Would you dare spend the night where the unknown roams freely? The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. Let's see what the forest holds for us next. A YouTuber named Arnold Outdoors shared this video. His channel is known for fishing, camping, hunting, gardening, and, of course, some goofy shenanigans in the Pacific Northwest woods. But this time, things took a much darker turn. They climbed high into the mountains, curious about what secrets might be waiting out there in the wild. Then, out of nowhere, they stumbled upon something strange. A dark cave, hidden in the middle of nowhere, with steps leading deep inside. Drawn by curiosity, they decided to enter. But the deeper they went, the stranger it became. Massive rocks towered above them, almost like the cave was protecting something not meant to be found. The air grew colder, the silence heavier, and the darkness seemed endless. What could be hiding in a place like this?
And it goes back that way, I think, is the deep dark areas. Alright, fire that light up and let's get a view of in here. Trip hazard, I gotta watch where I'm going and not watch the camera. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. That's so neat.
Yeah.
It's
This
crazy.
is cool.
This is totally natural because it looks almost like cartoon.
It does, like they burrowed through here. Alright, let's keep going. Can you see your breath? Help, can't see your breath.
A little bit, I can see yours a
Yeah.
little bit.
Well, there's supposedly a bunch of other people down here.
Yeah, there was a big tour, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, come here. This crack.
Oh wow. Whoa, shit, I almost tripped. These big clodhoppers on.
This big piece is like, oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Is it just an abandoned cavern? Or a hidden lair for something far more sinister? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. This terrifying video was posted by Ciro on YouTube. His channel is well known for uncovering eerie paranormal encounters and sharing terrifying, unimaginable activities caught on camera. He set out for what was supposed to be a peaceful night hike, just him, the trail, and the silence of the forest. But that silence didn't last long. Out of nowhere, he felt a chill run down his spine. And then he saw it. Hidden among the trees was a figure, a ghostly creature with a creepy head staring right at him. Its shape was faint, almost transparent, like a creature that shouldn't exist. His heart raced. Fear gripped him. The question echoed in his mind. What is that?
Oh, horror banget, men. Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullah. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah.
Was it really a ghost silently watching him from the darkness? Or something far more mysterious lurking in the woods? Would you have kept walking deeper into the forest? Or turned back immediately? And what if those glowing eyes began to follow you? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. In October 2020, YouTuber Noeg Craig, who is normally known for cooking videos, made the mistake of taking a solo camping trip near Spruce Pond. He set out into the forest for what he thought would be a calm, peaceful night of camping. But sometimes, the forest doesn't give you peace, it gives you nightmares. As he was about to drift off to sleep, the silence was shattered by strange noises coming from the bushes.
Who's there? Hello?
At first, he thought it might be an animal, but curiosity pulled him closer. That's when he saw it. Something so terrifying it made his blood run cold. Out of the shadows, a figure stepped forward, a man wearing a clown mask staring at him in silence.
What? What's this? What the?
Alone in the middle of nowhere, he didn't wait to find out what the masked stranger wanted. He ran, heart pounding, desperate to escape before it was too late. But here's the question. Who was that figure hiding in the dark? And why was he lurking deep in the forest at night? What's next isn't just creepy, it's the stuff of nightmares. Jose Flores Terror on YouTube shared this terrifying video. His channel is known for uncovering terrifying legends and exploring places haunted by dark histories. This time around, he hiked deep into the forest, expecting nothing more than a calm, peaceful night hike. But that peace was shattered in an instant. From the darkness, a loud, bone-chilling scream erupted, echoing through the trees, bouncing off the silence of the forest.
Alguien? ¿Alguien?
But here's the terrifying question. Whose voice was that? Was it human, crying for help? Or something not human at all, luring him deeper into the woods? Alone, with only the forest around you and a scream tearing through the night, what would you do? Would you run for your life, or stay and risk finding out what's hiding in the shadows? Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This story comes from Exploring with Angelo on YouTube, a channel known for eerie night investigations and terrifying wilderness encounters. He set out to camp overnight, deep in the forest, completely alone. At first, everything seemed fine. He lit a fire, trying to settle in and enjoy the calm of the night. But then, the atmosphere shifted. It was as if something unseen was lurking just beyond the glow of the flames, watching, waiting. The once comforting silence of the forest turned heavy and suffocating. His heart started pounding as he realized he was not truly alone.
Nothing. When we're waiting in silence, whoa! What the hell was that? Oh! Jeez. What the f***? No way. Something just came, like, from behind me. And then something hit the... What is going on right now? Hello? I don't even know why I'm saying hello right now, as if that's gonna do anything. Sorry if the microphone's a little wonky, guys, but I have it facing ahead of me. But no, seriously, what was that?
Imagine being at a campsite in the middle of nowhere, the fire crackling, shadows dancing around you, and then suddenly feeling unsafe. That creeping sensation that something is out there, hidden in the darkness. What would you do? Would you stay put and hope it passes, or pack up and run into the unknown? Have you ever dared to camp alone in the forest, knowing you might not be the only one there?